And as I told you, that it's the Transportation Security Administration, right? And which is a federal agency under the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, right? I think we had run through that. That they were created after the September 11th attack, the 9/11, right? 2001. I was in high school at that time, that day. You know what I'm saying? In Canada. I was in Canada that day. And we had our televisions in school, so we were watching a lot of the live news. And it was like we immediately went for a break. Like we were released from class, and I'm not sure if that was the case, but I remember my class, we were released from our class to go to the library, and we had watched the live news with the building burning and other plane crashing. So it was like almost the internet, where we just had it right there on our TV in class at our school. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, or at the library, I should say.
I woke up this morning, was born out in Kingston and leaving Jamaica abroad, not to England.
This is my page, and the first post here you see in little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Excellent process. Yeah. One bag of money. Yard one a foreign. Game little bird can't tame some stay same way like me daddy. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. We advance academically and professionally, extraterrestrially and even medically. Sell we to everybody, take the molly, super fragically, lesbialy, sexually, get the dolly ben reality. In every alley, genitally make Beverly see. Up I do nally, they be claring that them off me. No go tell Rivali, anti-valley, no mediocrity. Black magic, watch fraud. Get a black puss with a black dog. A mad sus, when mad dog. I they left a bad push with a cash card. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dogs them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Yes, that's right there. You see me? Tough a lie, bad. Hey. Yeah, people, yo, this is some good news we have from the Transportation Security Administration. That's what the TSA mean all along. You know what I'm saying? At the airport. Yeah. And they have brought some good news for the public who has been transporting through airlines. You know what I'm saying? So you know that well, just for a little more info on the TSA, right, which stands for the Transportation Security Administration, the U.S. agency that's responsible for airport security and passenger screening, meaning them, like them, metal detector screening and all type of X-ray screening can check your even your body if you hide anything inside it. You know what I mean? Your clothing. That's what screening is. So yeah, so the Transportation Security Administration, also known as the TSA that you're seeing on your screen here, right? It's a federal agency under the US Department of Homeland Security and created after the September 11, 2001 attack to enhance the security of the nation's transportation system with a primary focus on airports and air travels, right? The TSA's main responsibilities include screening passengers and baggage, preventing prohibited items such as weapons, drugs, explosive, and from being brought onto aircraft and ensuring overall aviation safety. Got that? Now, with that said, the news that they had delivered, right? I think this was reported, released yesterday, right? This is good news. And, this is the beginning of betterment of what is yet to come. So we're seeing where a lot of things be going bad, and there's things as well forthcoming that is good. And we got the balance of life going on here. So because I'm a stoner, they would say the Americanas. So because I'm a weed man, Jamaicans say weed man, but Rastafari with dreadlocks, you know, this is their sacred. Um, and I would classify myself as probably part Rasta, right? Because I've acknowledged Haile Selassie I powers, you know what I mean? So, or full blast, fully Gaza. It's right. Ethiopia, Africa, Ghana, Kenya, Botswana, Soweto. I don't be hearing y'all be calling out Soweto, Rwanda, Nigeria, um, Libya, Uganda, Cameroon, Shashamale for the Jamaicans, entire Africa continent. Here, big up on yourself. And all black people scattered across the world, big up on yourself. And as well as for every other race, big up on yourself. Indian, white, Chinese, bright, light, dark complexion, all type. All right, so now we got the TSA reportedly released news saying that TSA quietly starts letting passengers bring their weed on planes. Yeah! Big round of applause. That is good. We can carry weed on plane. Or is it us? Because Michael Jack already told us that all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. So we're going to read the fine print because there's always some hidden message or agenda being hidden in the fine print, Like them old commercial where they would say conditions apply, and they would say it so fast, and that would be the very last thing they choose to say after they say all the exciting things about the product that they're advertising. Then they're like, then at the last the last of the commercial, they'll be like only sold accessory to Americans, and conditions apply. And then they put these commercials right across the world, in India, here in Jamaica, everywhere, in every third world country, second world, first world, Gaza, fourth world. You know what I mean? Yeah, fourth world of Gaza, on the Gaza Strip. Yeah, so they would be saving the worst for last. When we're used to saving the best for last, these commercials would save the worst for last and tell you that only can sold to Americans. And they say it so fast. Conditions apply. So we're gonna check the fine print on this one here, but things be looking up, and sometimes things have to start from the very least of good before expanding to something great and to greater and becoming the greatest gift to mankind. You understand? Now, um, yeah, we like the picture. This is posted by World Star, big content creator, big entity. World Star. Rest in peace, Julio Fulio. I keep looking back on World Star channel on YouTube and watch. I be watching that Fulio like 2017. I think it was his first song he had uploaded on World Star. That Julio Fulio with the big rifle in his hand. It's crazy. Let me find the name of the song. Julio on World Star. World Star is a very popular channel. Well, it's famous now. So he has got one. I don't think this is his first song on World Star. He's got quite a few of them. I see, and they probably changed the thumbnail. Oh, I see the one I was talking about. This is from 7 years ago. It's called Slide. It was a FBG Duck remix. Damn, Fulio, he clocking like 6 mil views on that. You know what I mean? Called Slide. Rest in peace, FBG Duck. Duck. Yeah. So y'all know that Julio Fulio, he got quite a few songs on that on World Star. Shout out to World Star, big major platform. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking about 50 Cent and a lot of the rappers that have contributed and shed light and share their platform with our Jamaican music, our Jamaican artists, our Jamaican culture and lifestyle. I appreciate that, you know what I mean? Because they could be promoting anything else in the world, but they're here promoting we. Just as how Jay Z once said in H to the is O, V to the is A. Shizzle man is used to keep my arm breezy. Can't leave rap for long. The gang needs me. Haters wanna me. They wanna yeah, but somehow I beat them charges like Rocky. H to the is O, V to the is A. Shizzle man is used to dribble down in VA. H to the is O, V to the is A. That's the anthem. Get your damn hands up. H to the is O, V to the is A. Not guilty, does not feel me, is not real to me, therefore he doesn't exist. So poof, vamoose, son of a. Yo, I haven't seen that song in years. I don't even know I would have remembered that part. He's not real to me, therefore he doesn't exist. So poof, vamoose, son of a. Those were the days hip hop was nice. Music overall was great. Every genre across the world was awesome. The movies, entertainment, everything was, A1. Like, but the world had went in recession, and it's like almost everything went in recession along with it. The music went in recession, life overall, the movies went in recession, like everything just got crabby like some patty and SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's just life. But we getting the tables are turning, the wheels are turning. We see real music coming back. Thank God to Vibes Cartel for that here in Jamaica. Or, that bass is coming back to the dancehall, and the real authentic sound. It has a bit of mix, but it's getting better ever since the release of Vibes Cartel. Yeah. And we've seen it manifesting as well in the hip hop community. I've just posted a video with Fat Joe talking about Max B and AZ and all these generals, you know what I mean, in the rap game, the rap community that be bringing back real authentic hip hop sound that people have been yearning for, complaining about that is not, you know, um, that they're not hearing in the mainstream more than So it's very sad to see like the love and joy for the music somehow just diminishes, but things be looking up, just like the news we get in here that TSA, you know what I'm saying? And as I told y'all, that it's the Transportation Security Administration, right? And which is a federal agency under the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, right? I think we had run through that. That they were created after the September 11th attack, the 9/11, right? 2001. I was in high school at that time, that day. You know what I'm saying? In Canada. I was in Canada that day. And we had our televisions in school, so we were watching a lot of the live news. And it was like we immediately went for a break. Like we were released from class, and I'm not sure if that was the case, but I remember my class, we were released from our class to go to the library and we had watched the live news with the building burning and other plane crashing. So it was like almost the internet, where we just had it right there on our TV in class at our school. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, or at the library, I should say. So, but whenever we're in class at in Canada at school, whenever we have like a movie to watch and the teacher wants us to, watch a movie, she'd have to go to the library or somewhere to get the TV to push it to the classroom because they're on a stand with wheel that runs, so you just easily transport the TV, right? Now we're getting to travel with high grade, high grade, high grade every day. High grade, my roots, my roots, my roots, my roots, my roots. High grade, high grade, high grade every day. High grade, my roots, my juice, my use, my boots, my me bun ganja just before I wake. Me bun ganja before I beard. Me bun ganja before I shave. Me bun ganja before my grave. Me bun ganja before I slave. Me bun ganja for 4 nights straight. Me bun ganja for 4 I like Solomon. Me see it before my grave. High grade, high grade, high grade every day. High grade, and my roots, my juice, my boots, my use, my food. High grade, high grade, high grade every day. High grade, and my juice, my boots, my roots, my food, my use. Me bun ganja just before I beard. Me bun ganja before I wake. Me bun ganja before I beard. Me bun ganja for 4 nights straight. Me bun ganja before I slave. Me bun ganja before I shave. Me bun ganja before I like Solomon. Me see it before my grave. Grave. My grade, high grade, high grade every day. High grade. And my juice, my boots, my use, my food, my juice. High grade. Yeah, let me take a second to light this for the news. Yeah, that's just an easy freestyle, y'all. Now, let's read into this detail to see if there's any drawbacks or any conditions apply, like them commercial. You know what I'm saying? Because how them commercial be, as I be saying, that they be leaving the last. They be saving the worst for the last when we're raised and taught and told that to save the best for the last. You know what I'm saying? But these commercials, they be like conditions apply and only sold in America. And these commercials are all across the world in India, every third world, Jamaica, fourth world, Gaza. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so first world America. But now America seems to be second world now. Like other countries be keeping up, surpassing America, even though everyone still want to run to America. But Trump has been deporting crazy numbers of people. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? So, according to reports, the TSA quietly updated its policy to allow some doctor prescribed marijuana on flights. Okay, that is some. That is not all. Allow some doctor prescribe marijuana on flights. So that means if your marijuana was prescribed by a doctor and you have your card, your ID, I think they still do it like that in America and for other first world country. You know what I'm saying? Jamaica, we need this. Like we can get our license to sell or to grow. You know what I mean? But you have to be like someone with an enormous amount of wealth, somewhat, or land, and you know what I mean, to get registered in the system to be allowed to plant, grow, and sell marijuana. Because these police here in Jamaica, they're still burning down the marijuana field. You know what I'm saying? But if them continue to burn down the herbs, we gonna burn down them cane field. If them continue to burn down the herbs, we gonna burn down them cane field. Soldiers in the cane field are searching marijuana. Policemen in the streets searching for collard greens. Soldiers in the field searching for high grade. But if them continue to burn down the herbs, we're gonna burn down them cane field. If them continue to burn down the herbs, we're gonna burn down them cane field. Yeah, no joke, bro. We produce sugar here in Jamaica, and they had found an enormous amount of metal, rusty metal, being packaged in the sugar. Right? Shout out to that Jamaican guy from the country who had found this out and exposed them. Now they were forced to pull the sugar off the shelf, and they haven't awarded this young man anything, for saving so many lives, because these rusty metal proves that the factory that these sugar are being manufactured and made and distributed is like it needs a lot of maintaining. Like the machineries are rusty and old from the slavery. If we continue to burn down the herbs, we're gonna burn down them cane field, them cane factory. It's called Froome. It's reside in Westmoreland on their platoon. And if they continue to burn down the herbs, we're gonna burn down them cane field. If them continue to burn down the herbs, we're gonna burn down them cane field. Yeah, so this is good. Let us continue to read the news, the detail of what's going on. Okay? So, as we read before, that according to reports, the TSA quietly updated its policy to allow some doctor prescribe marijuana on flights, including in carry-on and checked bags. Okay? So including carry on, like your little knapsack, your little purse, where the guys are sporting like ASAP Rocky, Triple X here in Jamaica. The guys are wearing purse and rocking them, but they're saying that it has a different name. It's not called purse. It has a more sophisticated name, and it's not like the regular female purse. They're more unisexual, and you know how fashion is. There is like a very thin line between what's masculine from what's feminine that separates them all. So they're saying that you could travel with your little prescribed marijuana on flights, your for medical purposes, including in your carry-on and check bags. Okay, so the TSA security officers do not search for illegal drugs. Huh? TSA security officers do not search for illegal drugs, the agency said, but officials can contact law enforcement if cannabis is discovered during screening, right? Because they now would be worried because you would have to let them be aware that you are traveling with marijuana. So if they were to discover it on you, they would have to call and report it to law enforcement because obviously you're hiding it and concealing information that would now make it seem like you're guilty of a threat to the passengers on flight that you're looking forward to, aboard. Anyway, it continues to say marijuana also remains federally illegal despite the policy's updates. Okay, so there's still a drawback to the good news. We as I told you earlier that things starts out from barely to extremely good, and that is just like the ways of people. You got people that are barely good and some that are great and awesome to be around, what I'm saying. And depends on what type of good person you are, you can align and find much joy being around the similar good type. And it's one line from evil to good, so you'll have the least of evil people to the worst and the worst of worsera, the worsera. You know what I mean? So it's just one line from down to high that separates narrow from wide. It's all one line that separates time, space and time. The signs and wonder of the universe that is aligned with the time. Yes, it's all in the mind. Time. Okay? Time is all in the mind. That is why when something is going very fast, you can't really time it. You'd have to calculate the speed with your mind, because your mind is so powerful that your mind can know the rate, and then you can just zoop, zoop. You know what I'm saying? You can know it because that's how powerful and fast, super power mind, super powerful the mind is. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this is um well, for being like what they would say now. It's like being a devil's advocate, right? One could say, or a conspiracy theorist, right? Could say that um this news and this new like privilege, right? This privilege can also be, do y'all think that it's like they're trying to get us comfortable for what is yet to come? Because we're seeing this war all over the place. So a lot of planes you can be seeing or expect to be going down throughout all these wartime, me nah back down, mass black blood in front of shotgun. Me have to do the crime for my kids eat and have fun fire and gun take 9 hour. No man. Wartime, we nah back down shotgun in front of black blood. Me have to do the crime, make my kids eat and have fun fire and gun take 9 hour magnum. Yes, pen sheller, quenga. Mad thing is it. Yeah, so that's the news, yeah, from World Star. You know, a lot of planes looking to be going down in the time of war, so they want us to be relaxed. But on the flip side of that, like for new smokers who haven't experienced the smoking weed for a long time, if they ever try to light that in the air, they'll be paranoid. But you can't smoke it. You just can travel with it. You can't really smoke it on flight because that is dangerous. At first, I thought that we would be able to smoke on flight because it's medicinal marijuana, obviously, right? So, I mean, if you're allowing people to travel with medicinal drugs, because that's what the system labeled marijuana as drugs, right? So, if they're allowing them to travel with these drugs, these medicinal drugs, then I'd have to assume that they should be allowed to use their medicinal drugs if ever needed, whether on flight or not. You know what I mean? So, but it's getting there. It's getting there, but don't be too excited just yet. You know what I mean? Like, don't be all excited because whenever things get good and should be going great, that's when the eye of the storm ends and all them peaceful time breaks. You know what I mean? It's crazy out here. So this is a good news. I'd have to share it. I'd have to repost it. I'd have to vlog it and do all this, like it, comment, and say something, baby. Say, I need you to say something, baby. Say, hey, Drake album has been going crazy. And then guess what? Kendrick Lamar had removed all his Drake disses song. He's a goofy. Yo, Kendrick Lamar is a goofy. I never got the time to cover a vlog about that. But Kendrick Lamar is a weak. Hey, everyone be saying that Drake is the weak baby one for, I guess trying to file lawsuit against Kendrick Lamar for disrespecting him as a pedo or something like that, which can be understand how, it could have been, like detrimental to Drake's career. But people was saying that Drake was the baby all along and weak. And now we see where Kendrick be pulling the baby cards out. He be acting like a baby, pulling his diss songs for Drake off social media and all the music platform that they were released. And now that's gonna make him look, well, it already make him look like a punk because you don't feel sorry for people, feel sorry for yourself, man. Now Drake released his album dissing Kendrick Lamar and had those songs tied. Drake's songs are tied to a lot of those that Kendrick Lamar had removed that was aimed at Drake. So Kendrick Lamar is a beat nigga, bro. He ain't solid. He ain't solid. He ain't. He's a nerd that is able to rap. It's just a nerd that was able to rap. and he's got some serious dude around him, I guess, called TDE. You know, the real TDE is Schoolboy Q. The real TDE, ASAP Rocky and them niggas from them old school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're the real TDE. I mean, they weren't really, a part of it like that, but they had all came up under one umbrella. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna end this here. Shout out to ASAP Rocky, Schoolboy Q. Shout out to Drake. And still shout out to Kendrick Lamar. He has a successful career nonetheless, nonetheless. He is the pet. We're the beast. We're the West. He's the East. Oh, no, we're the East. He's the West. We're the West Indies. Oh, fuck. Yeah. We're the. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm doing me. I'm doing me. I'm living life right now, man. And this is what I'm going to do till it's over. Till it's over. Till it's far from over. Okay, bottles in the air. What is under my nose? I'm out. But we are going to do